My name is Tim McMillan and I'm a 7th generation farmer. I farm with my brother Steve. He and I own and operate Southern Grace Farms. We're a row crop farm where we grow cotton and peanuts and some years corn. We also have a wheat pick operation with a country store. And we also sell blackberries up and down the East Coast commercially. My brother and I also own and operate Berrien Peanut Company. We've been in business since 1987. We live here in Berrien County, and Berrien County does not have a huge tax base. I was fortunate enough and honored to serve on the school board for 8.5 years, so I know where it's important to be able to support your schools. You got to have a tax base, and this tax base is mostly coming from agriculture. We have very few industries here in Berrien County other than agriculture. And so agriculture means so much to this county and this community. Agriculture is what supports your churches, what supports your schools. It supports the businesses in town, the dollar stores, the car dealerships. You know, it supports the other industries that are here. And it's so important that we keep agriculture strong in Berrien County. If we lose agriculture, I really don't know how we're going to keep up our infrastructure in the county, keep our schools running and that type of thing. I think right now it's farmers are a little bit anxious because Washington right now is working on a new farm bill. And it is so important that we as farmers have a safety net, because the peanut market fluctuates up and down, supply fluctuates up and down, so therefore the market fluctuates up and down. And we need a safety net during those times when peanuts are cheap and when we have an oversupply. And we have several things that can affect that supply. You have Argentina, China, India, and U.S. of course. If any one of us have a failure, then it affects the market positively as far as farmers go as price. Of course, if we have an oversupply, then we need a safety net to come in and get us through those years. And I think the peanut program, specifically the PLC program, has worked very well for peanuts. In the next farm bill, we need to keep the same peanut provisions that we have in the 2014 farm bill. But also, we need crops that we can rotate peanuts with. And right now, we don't have any sister crops that has a good enough safety net that we can plant those crops with peanuts, because peanuts needs a good rotation. So we need sister crops like corn and cotton to have a good safety net also, so that we can rotate our peanuts as needed. The generic base has been a good thing for me as a farmer. And if I could continue the generic base into the 2018 Farm Bill, you know, personally, that's what I'd like to see. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm also a cotton farmer, so we're going to need some kind of cotton base again, some kind of lint program, or either a cottonseed oil program. So I understand that we're probably going to, that generic base will revert back to cotton base, but what I would like to see in the next farm bill is a reallocation of that generic base so that we can take part of that generic base and turn it into peanut base or corn base or some other type base. And I think it should be up to the farmer whether he wants to retain all of that as cotton base or reallocate. Stacks program has not worked for me, and so cotton just has not had a good safety net. But I've been able to plant corn and plant peanuts on those generic acres and have a safety net. So really those generic acres without cotton having a good safety net has enabled me to financially stay in business. When we go to the bank needs to know that they have security to be able to loan you money. And the banks, if they know that safety net's there, then they'll loan you the money more than likely. But if we don't have that safety net, I think it'll be challenging some years to get money to farm on. You know, I didn't start out when I was a boy wanting to farm. When I was about in the 5th grade, I decided I was going to be a medical doctor, and I stayed on that schedule all the way through high school and 2 years of college. When I got off to college, I just really missed the farm. I didn't really realize what the farm had meant to me. And so I changed my major and decided to farm. And I think some of the reasons is I miss my family. I love coming to work every day and being with my family. We're very family oriented. I think we have a rich history that I'm very proud of. I'm a 7th generation farmer, and I know the history of some of the fathers that came before us, and I just really get a thrill every day too, going out, being outside, seeing God's handiwork. You know, the birds and the grass and the trees and everything bloom out. I just really enjoy seeing those things. And I also get a challenge, I think, from actually trying to get a profit out of farming sometimes. I mean, sometimes it gets old, but I think I get a thrill being able to be able to get a profit, and some years it's very challenging to do that.